This episode is brought to you by Experian. Are you paying for subscriptions you don't use, but can't find the time or energy to cancel them? Experian could cancel unwanted subscriptions for you, saving you an average of $270 per year and plenty of time. Download the Experian app. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. Paid membership with connected payment account required.
Welcome to Sarah Talk Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, tune into a bit of a different type of show. You can listen to me every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the best block radio station in the nation, the best digital radio station in the world. Guys, you can drop me an email at theblogsarahtalks.com, drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can listen to me 24/7, where I am online at digital radio station, which is The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You can also email me theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to the best digital radio station in the nation. Let's go, and let's go. To Sarah Talk Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, you tune into a bit of a different type of show. My goal, or our goal on the show, is to shine on a light on American open wounds, showcase those urgently attempting to stop the bleeding, and hopefully inspire some folks to undercover opportunities to do the same. I'm Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can also drop me an email at theblogsarahtalks.com, drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, you can actually jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, my IG account. Guys, I have a show where I am going to blast, and I don't care that if I'm going to call people out, but this has to be told because this is just unfathomable. It's just wrong. It is wrong. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can drop me an email, theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. To Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email at theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can drop me a message on my IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. But I might just turn your heart. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can find me on my socials, which is my IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, I have a good show that it's going to touch a lot of nerves because I have been living in this horrible mold and asbestos infested apartment, which it is crazy. I didn't know that you can report it, and it's actually against the code compliance, where, you know, as you know, they're so slow to fix things up, but they're so quick to kind of put like a 3-day evict or a 3-day notice. Like, I'm like, do your damn job first. You know what I mean? In a sense of like, this is just wrong and more wrong. Like, in a sense of, I at a stage where I don't care. And it's just unacceptable behavior, unacceptable. Please drop me an email, theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Ecstasy bends my mind so viciously, but I still wear the crown. Yeah, I still wear the
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, you tune into a bit of a different type of show. You can drop me an email, theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, I've been living in this apartment in LA, which is in Mar Vista, which is an old rundown. And I didn't know that you could do this. Well, I didn't know it was a thing where, you know, you needed to report to the health department, you know, if you're living in asbestos or a mold infested place. Now, all of a sudden, since I put in a report and I actually reported it to the health department, now they're going on and going around and actually checking all the apartments for mold. I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know this was allowed. I didn't know that I could report this, and they've actually gone against the violations of the code compliance. So if you have any problems, by all means, you need to report it to the health department. Stay tuned and stay plugged, because I'm going to let you know what the hell has been happening on with these stupid LA apartments. Rental people, stay away, and stay away.
Carve my name on the throne. They can whisper, but it's still in bold. But it might just.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, the one and only digital radio station in the nation. You can also find me on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, I am going to bring out an important topic, which is about, you know, code and health violations, especially if you're living in an apartment where it's just infested, mold infested, it's actually asbestos infested, and it's just disgusting how they've just been able to get away with it. They're so quick, which they are, because I haven't paid this month's rent. They've put on like a 3-day notice, you know, to say, oh, you haven't paid this month's rent. But these bastards don't want to fix the problem. It's not until I had to actually violate it, or sorry, I had to make I had to report them to the health department, and this is when they actually decided to do something about it. Now they're saying to me that, Marilyn from LA Apartments, that the company is, Tabar Palms Apartment, an LLC, where the documents that apparently the money was sent to a different landlord that's not associated with them. Well, I gave them my rental lease, so my lease agreement. And I have reported this to the police, and it's saying it didn't go towards the balance, which I'm aware of that. That's why I've filed a police report as such, and it's just been going on. I filed a police report back in January. We are now in May. I've been following up, in this, like, you should see the emails of the emails of the emails. Like, it's just out of control. Like, it's like no one wants to do their job. No one wants to do what needs to be done. Like, this is crazy. Like, how dare you, follow up? Like, I've sent it to the Mar Vista, it's the LA Apartments. I'm sent it to Sage, which they're a tenant tribunal. They are apparently a resource where they can help you with tenants that bullying you. And then I can see that they've sent it to someone, looks like a property manager. And obviously I've sent it to LA Housing. LA, the housing department. So it's just interesting how it's just backwards and forwards. They don't want to do anything about it. That's what it is. They don't want to address the problem. And it's a check of $3,500. That's like $3,500 that could be put towards my account, and it hasn't. And here I am backwards and forwards, in a sense of like, it's just exhausting. It is draining. I just want this problem to be fixed. Like, there's a check that got cashed on my expense, and I've got to wear it this whole time. So I'm just disgusted. I'm appalled of just their bad behavior.
Do me wrong, I'll turn it right to stone before you know. Blood runs cold. It's sad, bittersweet, ecstasy bends my mind so viciously. But I still wear the crown. Yeah, I still wear the crown.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also jump on my socials and send me a message or a DM, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, I have a horrible, landlord that I have been dealing with, which they are just SlumLords landlords. This is no joke. Like, I have been dealing with them where I have got a bad case of mold and asbestos, and I actually reported it to the health department. So if you ever want to file an issue, you can go ahead and file it. And they can give you a case number. So the health department number, which is 888-700-995. So that's the health department. where you can actually, file a complaint, because if they're not, doing what that needs to be done, it is actually a code compliant. By all means, it is 888 700 999 and that's the health department for mold and infested apartments. Go ahead and file away, because these landlords, they don't care.
What would I?
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. Guys, I have got a crazy slum lord landlord, which I don't like. If you have any issues, you can actually send a request to the landlord in order of which they have. They got away with it. They don't care. So you can actually email them as such, and you can actually make an issue or give them hell. I've got here confirmation notice, County of LA, Department of Health, Environmental Health, Customer Call Center, which you can email them, which is ehmail@ph.lacounty.gov. You can also contact them by phone, which is 888 700 999. Guys, this is a violation. They've been getting away with it, which is really unacceptable. So if you have any asbestos, if you have any mold, which my whole apartment is filled with mold, you can actually file. That is called the LA County Department of Health Environmental Health Division, which is a compliant for the health and safety of code violations exist at the above property. The owner is responsible party, has notified the allegations and has been directed to make necessary corrections by this compliance date. So as alleged conditions are corrected by the compliance date, please contact the division, which is 888 700 999, and referred your compliance number, which they expect the notification sent to the owner responsible party and result in compliance. So obviously thanking them to bringing the attention to their matter. But this is just a horrible horrible LA apartments. By all means, the landlord, the agent, the manager, which is they go by now, is Tyler Lloyd by the Tabar Palms Apartment LLC, which I don't know who they are, because they keep changing. Guys, if you have any situations or any problems, by all means, go ahead and file a complaint, because once you let the LA the environmental or whatever, there is resources out there. I know it can be, it's pulling teeth. They don't care. They just want your money at the end of the day. But this, whoever these slum landlords, it's a real thing, guys, because I've been living in this horrible shit apartment where it's just full of mold. It's asbestos, top rents. It's just disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. Listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can drop me a message, a DM on my Aussie _Sarah_LA. Guys, I'm talking about the slum lords of LA. It is just horrible. It is hideous. It's like they're so slow to make repairs and fix and all that kind of stuff, but they're so quick to put like a 3-day notice to pay rent or quit. I know it's their scare tactics where it's exhausting. They're just arseholes. So stay away from LA apartments. Apparently they've changed their name now to CDF, which I don't know who the hell is CDF. Apparently, it's the landlord or the agent manager. I don't know. Tyler Lloyd by the Tabar Palms, Apartments LLC. I don't know who the hell they are. They just keep changing, and it's just disgusting. By all means, guys, if you're living in asbestos, if you're living in mold, reach out to the Department of Health. Their contact number, which is 888-700-995. Also, you can email, which is ehmail@ph.lacounty.gov. Guys, they have just been getting away with it, and I'm putting them on blast. You need to actually, make a report to the LA Health Department. It's just disgusting. It is absolutely, absolutely disgusting, and I just don't want nothing to do with these bastards. Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also jump on my DM, which is my IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. So I just received an email from these arseholes LA apartments about my case, and this is what their response. We've received it, and respectfully, the police's report is not relevant. As per your own evidence, you sent the money to the wrong company. It was a mistake on my part. How is it my mistake? I never received the check. It was sent to the wrong address, and I never received it, period. And that's why I am backwards and forwards, with these people in this sense. It's just disgusting, guys. Stay away from LA apartments. And they told me that love comes true. Feelings run When they told me Sarah Talk Solutions. I am talking about slum lords. You know, there is lots of slum lords out here in LA. They're just arseholes. They don't give a shit about your well-being. They just want the money at the end of the day. I have been dealing with LA apartments, which is just, they're actually disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And they have been harassing me and bullying me. This is going on for almost a year and a half. You know, as such, I filed a police report January of this year of 2024, and no one wants to do anything about it. No, it'll be actually 2 years next month. 2 years of this bullshit, of this nonsense. You know what I mean? I've been dealing with some lady by the name of Marilyn, where she's from, you know, LA apartments. And, you know, I like how her response is, we never received it. Respectfully, the police report isn't relevant. As per evidence, you sent the money to the wrong company. It was a mistake on your part. And I wrote back in caps, what part of English you don't understand? I never received the check. So it's just like crazy. And now they just responded again. It's just backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. And it's just, it's out of control, guys. It's driving me insane. No one wants to admit it. They cashed the check on my part, which is just absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know who to talk to. I don't know who to speak to. I don't know who to reach out to. It's just insane. I'm at a loss. I just don't know anymore. And I'm just venting, and I'm just hoping that someone out there is listening. You know, I would like a lawyer to obviously email me. The best email address, which is theblogsaratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can drop me a message on my DM on my Insta, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email at theblogsaratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblogsaratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, I have been talking about slum lords. I am dealing with a slum lord, you know, as we speak, and he's just an arsehole. And I just cannot... But hey, you know, this is just the LA life, LA living, you know, if you're a struggling artist or an actor or you're an entertainer or you're doing your own business or running your own business, it's just amazing how they are just coming at you. And I don't appreciate the bullying, and I don't appreciate the harassment. You know, I've reached out to, you know, the right people. Well, I'm hoping the right people, but it's just like, it just falls on deaf ears. You know what I mean? I've reached out to LA Housing. I've reached out to the health department. It's just sickening, and I just at this stage where I just don't care anymore, and it's just disgusting. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, you tune into a bit of a different type of show. You can jump on my socials, which is my IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Drop me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, I am Sarah, but you can drop me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, I'm talking about slum lords. I'm living in a mold and asbestos fested apartment, which is just shit, and these LA apartments are just arseholes, from mold infested to asbestos to where they cashed in my rent relief check of $3,500, and I've just been backwards and forwards dealing with this nonsense. Guys, you can actually report to the environmental health department. You can shoot them an email, which is ehmail@ph.lacounty.org. .gov. You can shoot or send them an email, 888-700-999-5. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sarah B. You can drop me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can actually jump on my socials, which is my IG, Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, I'm talking about slum lords, which I'm living with a slum lord millionaire right now. I wish I was the millionaire, but he's a slum lord asshole. There's no way around it. I have been living in this apartment for some time, and it's just mold infested. It is actually, just asbestos. It's just horrible. It's just disgusting. I'm just appalled of just the behavior of just who they are and what they do. I know they're going to supposedly fix it. The last time they came in and they tried to fix it, they sent someone to wipe it down, which is absolutely disgusting. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can drop me a message on my IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can drop me an email or drop me a text. You can also jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to the best digital radio station in the nation, The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sarah B. We're talking about slumlords, slumlords, which I am dealing with right now as we speak. It is disgusting. It just makes me sick of just how and they can get away with murder. It is just disgusting where I've been living in a mold infested asbestos where they don't care. I had to file, towards, the health department and hoping, they'll fix it, which I know they won't fix it because what they'll do is they'll just get someone out as a sense of just disgusting of where and what is going on in this crazy, the landlords, the slum landlords as such. So I'm just disgusted. Stay away from LA apartments.
Give you all my affection. Let me loosen the tension. Holding out for redemption. Never loved so easily. You are the vision. I've been getting so close. I can taste it. You left a mark on my memory. When you were mine.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, we're talking about slum lords, just disgusting landlords where they just don't give a shit at the end of the day. They just prey on people like myself where, especially if you're from another country, you don't know how things, how it's conducted, how things, how it should be, what's the protocol, what's the steps, what's all that stuff. So I have been, dealing with them for some time in a sense of like, I just don't know who to really speak to, who to reach out. Backwards and forwards. They do not want to comply. They don't want me to do anything. It's like I need to get lawyers involved. It is exhausting. It is draining. I just don't know anymore. To Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, I have been talking about slum lords. You know, please, there is resources out there. Go out there. I know it's a headache. It's a big, 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 big headache, which it's just disgusting how I did not know that, you know, it's a violation. It's a code compliant issue that, you know, you can actually report it to the health department. You know, these LA housing or the property manager or property people at LA apartments are just horrible, 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 and horrible. Just stay, you know, on them. You need to plug. You need to just focus. You need to just stay on top of it. As much as I just want to rip people's hair out and, you know, rip people's or sockets out of their heads right now. Anyway, you're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can drop me an email, theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA.
You can host the best backyard.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can drop me a message on my IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, it is another year, which it is this Sunday, which is for our special mums. Our mothers out there, it is the good old Mother's Day. My mother has actually passed, so, you know what I mean, and we weren't never on good terms anyway. So, but the wonderful, wonderful, beautiful mums out there, it is your day, you know, get to spend it with your friends or family, your loved ones. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful day where if you have a mum that's still alive, which is great, you know, show her all the love, show her all the support, show her how wonderful she is, because mothers are great, the good mums, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, I didn't have a good mother growing up, and I just know there's beautiful mums out there that just wonderful humans, you know, they just do everything and anything for their children. They'll do anything and everything for their husbands. They'll do everything and anything for their, you know, other half or their partner. You know, I know this week, which is this Sunday, which is Mother's Day, guys, you know, shower her with chocolates and flowers and shower with just wonderful gifts that she deserves, you know what I mean? In a sense of, you know, what would we do without mums? Mums are an important part of our, you know, life. They bring us so much joy and so much warmth and so much kindness. Happy Mother's Day, which is this Sunday coming. listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio. Every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can drop me a message on socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, you're listening to the one and only Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can actually, find me on my socials, which is my IG account, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You can also drop me an email, which is theblocksarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblocksarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, but this week, which is Mother's Day, which is coming up this Sunday, which is May 12th, I hope that you spoil your mother out there. I know it's a special day for her, with her and her many loved ones. Shower with lots of flowers, or shower with gifts, with chocolates, flowers, everything. You name it. You name it. Just spoil your mother. That she is deserving. She is a wonderful person. She should be getting all the goodies, as you can imagine, in the world. Spoil your mother. There is so many things you can do. Take your mother out for lunch, for dinner, for breakfast. Shower her with chocolates, with flowers, all that good stuff. All the goodies, out there. In a sense of just like, Mum is a wonderful human. She gets us out, in all the craziness of life and world. She does amazingly good things for us, which I know that she is just, our number one person, and I want her, to be spoiled. Shower her with amazing, good, wonderful, nice gifts, because she is deserving. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblocksarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also drop me, on my DMs on my IG account, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, it is Mother's Day. What have you got in store? What have you got planned for that, beautiful mother of yours? Fortunately, mine has passed, so I'm not spending it with her, but I will, in prayers and thoughts, I will hug her in spirit, in a sense that I do miss my mother. As such, I do miss those, as much as you find it annoying, those talks, but I do miss that, where you can just talk about everything and anything and nothing's a problem. And then you fight, and then you make up, and then you blah, blah, blah. But, as I said, my mother has passed. I've never really had a good relationship, but, I'm hoping, out there people are actually having a great, spending their Mother's Day with their mother, because mothers are just the best. You know what I mean? There's just no way around it. There's no shortcuts. Give mum the biggest hug, give us lots of flowers, lots of, chocolates, just spoil her, just, she is deserving, and she is just number one person that you need to just spoil with her 24/7.
Shut out the light.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email at theblog, drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can drop me a message on my IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, this Sunday is Mother's Day. I don't know what you guys have planned or installed. It is just going to be a good day if your mother is still with you. Shower with gifts, with lots of flowers, lots of chocolates. She is just a special person. By all means, make her feel obviously loved and welcome, and just shower with just lots of love. Listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can drop me a message on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, by all means, you can actually, drop me an email, drop me a text, drop me a DM on my IG, whatever, in the sense of if you reach out, if you have any concerns or you want to talk to someone, by all means, I always love to hear from the world, as such. As we know, it is this Sunday, which is Mother's Day, and it's going to be amazing day. My mother, unfortunately, has passed, but it doesn't matter. The ones who still, who has their mum, what is the best Mother's Day gift ideas for 2024? Wow, it's never a bad time to show your appreciation for your mum, but Mother's Day serves an opportunity to go above and beyond for that special person. The best gift ideas for 2024, it all depends, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you do or what you're up to, but there is so much you can do for our mum, and our mum is just, you just never know, like, in a sense of what she's into or what, as such, it all depends on the mother itself, because depending on the nationality, the ethnicity, speaks different language, all that kind of good stuff. But, I know this Sunday is Mother's Day. And, if you got, any gifts ideas, or what's your best gift that mum always loves, it's always good to kind of, spend time with your mother. Obviously, it's always nice to give her flowers, always nice to give her, chocolates, all that good stuff. But, sometimes it's always good to kind of, go a little bit further, or kind of, other ideas, like besides chocolates and flowers and all that kind of stuff. Like, it all depends. Drop me an email. Let me know what your ideas are. You can drop me an email on theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. To Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can drop me a message on my IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. this week or this Sunday, which is Mother's Day. What do you have plans for her? Do you have anything, what can I get for your Mother's Day other than flowers? I know that just seems, which it is a boring, but you can always, get other things like, these are a few suggestions: a colourful cushion, a vase, a mug just for her, a set of pajamas, me time for new mums, a replacement bag strap, a pair of drop earrings, a joyful knitwear. So, it all depends, on your mum itself. Always nice to kind of go make a little bit more of a better effort than just the average, just flowers and chocolates and flowers and chocolates, Sometimes it's always just nice to go a little bit further, just to kind of like make it, make more of an effort than just kind of like the boring stuff, which, we don't, after a while, it does get boring when you just get chocolates and when you just get flowers. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can always drop me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, by all means, it is this Sunday, which is Mother's Day, as such, and depending on if your mother's with you, if she's passed, what do you have planned? What do you install? Like what's besides getting her chocolates and flowers, sometimes it's always just nice to kind of make a little bit of a make more of an effort. That's what I'm trying to get at. There's plenty of things to do for her, just to kind of wine and dine her. She always appreciates it. At the end of the day, she just wants to spend time with you. I know that for a fact, as such. So if you're with your mother, by all means, spend the time with her, flower her with lots of flowers, or I should say shower her with lots of flowers, and shower her with chocolates, take her out and about. She loves all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, she really, really, really wants to just spend time with you. So if your mother's still with you, by all means, do that. She just wants to spend time with you. And it's just amazing how spending time with her, it just puts a smile on her dial. She loves that. You love that. As such, as I said, this Sunday is Mother's Day. And, I would like for you all out there to shower with gifts because she is a special human. Listening to Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can drop me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This Sunday is Mother's Day. I want you guys to spoil your mother rotten. She is deserving. She is an amazing human. By all means, take her out. Give her lots of flowers. Give her lots of chocolates. Please, please, please have a great time. Stay safe and stay plugged to my next show. Happy Mother's Day to all the mums and all the mummies out in the world. Have a good, amazing, special day. Love you all the mums in the world.
For those of you who dream of a world where music and podcasts live together in perfect harmony, now, for the first time, Electricast gives you a magical compilation, Pod Till You Drop, Volume 1, where we give you the best in tunes and the best in podcasts. Feast your ears and hear the culture. Available now wherever you listen to music.
Ever thought about starting your own podcast?
Do you have a business or a message you want to share with the world?
Well, now it's easier than ever with Electricast. Hi, I'm Mark Netter.
And I'm Peter Rafelson. We're the founders of Electricast Media.
Whether you want to start a new podcast or already have one, join Electricast to grow your audience, monetize your content, and build your community.
With our simple sign-up, you get free promotion, world-class analytics, premium ads, and personal support.
Go to electricast.com and join our community today.
Electricast. Transform your influence.
Electricast.